Okay, so I'm going to rant a little bit here. This is where it's just off the dome, it's just straight. Warner Brothers, the company that takes one step forward, 5 steps back. Allow me to just digest. There is reports and rumors now surfacing and gaining real traction of there being a sequel to Harry Potter. Now, that, in and of itself, I'm already not a fan of. No, you leave that the fuck alone. You do not touch that ending at all. You do not. No. Do not. Secondly, Cursed Child, right? It is great to watch in the theatre. It's a great theatrical experience. But the report is now that it was mentioned years ago to J.K. Rowling to do The Cursed Child in a live-action format, to which she said no. David Zaslav is now potentially considering doing so. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to not do that. Cursed Child is without a doubt one of the worst stories I have ever read in anything. I hate it. I hate everything about the story. I hate the choices for the characters, and it's not necessary. It's not essential. We don't need to see it. And primarily, I wouldn't have such an issue with this if it wasn't for Fantastic Beasts. We've seen how 3 Fantastic Beasts movies have gone. First one, pretty good. I like the first one. Second one, I don't know what the fuck that was. Third, better, but, I don't want to have that feeling watching Harry Potter. Warner Brothers, I implore you, do not touch Harry Potter. Please, for the love of all that's holy, do not touch it. It is not... Harry Potter is not synonymous with a Marvel or a Star Wars. No, do not freaking touch it. I know there are so many people that feel exactly the same way. You leave that the fuck alone. You do not touch Harry Potter. You don't continue it. You don't sequel it. You don't do anything. I've got ideas here, right? I'm going to present, instead of just complaining, I'm going to present some ideas of what you could do. You could do a story about the founders. You could do a story involving Salazar Slytherin, Godric Gryffindor, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. That rhymed perfectly. You could tell us a story about that. You could do a story 1,000 years down the line, or 100 years down the line, if you will. I do not want the legacy characters touched. I do not want it. I don't want any more. There's already been enough damage to the lore with Fantastic Beasts. You're going to do even more harm. Leave it alone. It's perfect the way it is, beginning, middle, and end. I know we live in a world where it's great to see actors playing characters again, and it's great to see returning faces. But after Kenobi, let's just say I'm a little bit apprehensive of things now. After No Way Home, I give things a bit more apart. Like, there is a give and take. But No Way Home is such an anomaly. You don't get that often. For more often than not, you get a Kenobi. And I do not want Harry Potter getting that same fate. I do not. Nope. Don't want it. No. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Ended perfectly. The books are still being sold today. People are still buying them. People are still making fan fictions. People are still rewatching the films. People will rewatch these films 50 years from now because the story is timeless. And when a story is timeless, it doesn't matter how many, in terms of quantity of movies there are. It's forever.